Hello guys, this is the Pokerus, bringing you guys another battle, this time against my opponent Seth. If you guys don't know him, he has a channel, a YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and link that below. I asked him to collaborate in a video. I was really happy to see when he made his own cover on the Pokemon Time Machine, and I decided, you know what, let's make a video together. Well, he did it through his own and I did it through my own. He has a capture card, I don't. So you guys can check out the battle in high quality in his channel. But I'm gonna do my cover of the battle. So let's go ahead and get started. This is, I think it was a OU mix or UU team. Either way, our teams are pretty even. So I was fearing that Gardevoir and that Nidoking, because almost all Nidokings are Scarf. And I was also fearing that Registeel, because that thing is a steel wall. It's really hard to take down. Well, let's get right into the battle. So I'm gonna lead in with my Mamoswine, and I was predicting him to lead in with this Registeel. I called that incorrectly. I was trying to convince him that we were both just gonna trade rocks. But really, I was going to bait him for the stealth rocks and switch into Espeon to bounce those rocks back. We could have exchanged rocks, but I don't have a way to remove rocks from my team, so I'd rather not let him get his rocks. I know, but this is what Espeon does. It's all about his magic bounce. Of course, this is what I mean. Registeel is just a wall. That did absolutely nothing. I think I did myself the same damage with the Life Orb, and that Iron Head is hurting quite a bit because Espeon doesn't have the best defenses. I switch into my Arcanine, knowing very well that he may be Clear Body, so this Intimidate might be completely useless, and yeah, it is. But Arcanine's typing is at the advantage here because that's not going to do a lot, since Fire Resist is Steel. Here, I wasn't sure I was going to kill him or not, but I am Choice Bandit, and I was surprised to see that Arcanine took a Registeel almost at full health. That is just power. Arcanine is one of my favorite Pokemon, if not the favorite one. I am Choice Bandit, so I can't stay in here, and he probably knows that because he brought this in. So I have to switch out to something that resists his Swampert. And as you guys can see, this is so far a fairly predictable battle. I mean, the switches are there, the typings are also being switched incorrectly. Waterfall's not going to do anything to my Melodic because this is a physical defensive Melodic. I named her Ball Hancock after One Piece, the Snake Princess that was madly in love with Luffy. He has to switch out because he's fearing that Skull Burn, and I am not going to go for the Skull Burn because I know I'm predicting that he's going to switch out. So here I go actually for a Toxic, and fortunately I did not miss. The reason why I went for the Toxic is because had I gone for Skull, well, his little Mantine here would have been able to absorb that, and that rock damage would have been nulled. Also, he would have been in a really good position, but now that he's poising here, Toxic, these things tend to run toxic themselves. So yes, you guys called it. I am going to switch into my Espeon. And yeah, I know. It's a little jacked up, but this is what Espeon does. Believe it or not, he's a wall when it comes to status and hazards. I'm surprised he's in UU. Side Shock right there took them down in one hit. It was a crit. I count the crit, it did not matter. This would have done between 100 and 120 HP because I'm Life Orb. And Mantines don't typically have a lot of HP. They have about 165. So that was already way below 100. So I would have took him out. I know this Nidoking is Choice Scarf, so I don't want to lose my Espeon just yet, seeing how valuable he is. And so far he's been my MVP in this battle. Ball Hancock here is my best switching because he's probably going to go for a special move, and I can take any special move pretty well, even if that would have been Thunderbolt. Of course, Ice Beam I completely resist, so that does absolutely nothing. And here I'm just gonna go for a Skull because he doesn't have Mantang anymore, so I'm free to just go for Skulls. I was hoping to get the burn, but then I kind of did not want to get the burn because, I mean, I already feel kind of bad that I have quite the upper hand so far. I don't want to make my opponent suffer mentally anymore. So here I'm just gonna go for Ice Beam because that's super effective. Why not? And if you wanted to switch out, well, it would have been neutral on Swampert, and it would have been neutral. I mean, it would actually been super effective on Nidoking. He goes for Leech Seed here, and I could take him out with another Ice Beam, but again, I know for a fact, because I run Chestnut, that these things love to carry Leech Seed and Spiky Shield, and usually are holding leftovers. And that's exactly what we saw here. So I can't really stay in here. I have to switch out. And I switch into my Espeon, predicting that Spiky Shield. So this is a fairly safe switch for me. And here I can pretty much go for anything. I'm gonna go for a Psy Shock. I was kind of afraid that the Gardevoir was going to switch in. But if I went for Shadow Ball and this is bulletproof Chestnut, then I just completely would have bopped this this game, because I really need my Espeon. And Espeon packs a lot of power. Look at this. Life Orb, Psy Shock on a resisted Gardevoir. Sure, Gardevoir doesn't have the best defenses, but that's a resistant move, and that did more than half. I was afraid that he was going to be Choice Scarf, so here I was already preparing to lose my Espeon. But thankfully enough, well, Espeon is still in the game. And this is the one that I know for a fact is Choice Scarf. But I really don't want to switch into anything. I'd rather see... Actually, I do switch in here. My bad, that's later on in the game. I switch back into my Melodic because, again, this thing can eat up anything. Well, at least I thought, but that Sludge Bomb, yeah, it still didn't do a lot of damage, but it's more damage than what I wanted it to be. Either way, I'm still, again, in the upper hand here, so he has to switch out. And he goes into his Swampert, which I'm pretty sure that it's running Rain Dance. So I don't really want that thing to set up. And I'm sorry about the crit. That's the second crit. I'm really sorry about that. That crit might have mattered because that kind of put it very low. Well, that wouldn't have done much damage if I would have crit. And look at his Earthquake. So this is a physically defensive Melodic, and that did almost half of my HP. Swampert is really strong, especially Mega Swampert. Its attack is so high, and I thought I was going to outspeed the first turn, but seeing as how he was sped, I kind of just wanted to sack off the Melodic. And well, now I can bring in my Espeon back, and it can do what it does best, clean up. And what is this, like Espeon's third kill? So like I said, this Espeon was very clutch all game. And here he switches it into his Nidoking. I knew he was going to switch in to revenge kill Espeon. There's really nothing I can do about that, because I don't want anything else taking damage, and I'd rather see what he's going to lock himself into. So I just let Espeon go down. And I mean, I'm not trying to get a perfect score or perfect battle, so I'm not going to pull a jerk move and, you know, try to conserve as many Pokemon as I can, or win with the highest score. So Espeon did its job, and it's ready to go down. I switch into my Mamoswine, and here I'm really free to go in for Icicle Spear. There's really no reason why I should not go for Icicle Spear, so since there isn't anything left that can resist this. And Mamoswine with Icicle Spear, Life Orb, yeah, it's gonna pack a lot of damage. That's one of the reasons also why I switched out the first turn, not only to balance his Stealth Rocks, but I didn't want to let him know what kind of Mamoswine I am, because some Mamoswines could be Focus Sash, some could be Choice Scarf, some could be Leftovers, and some are Life Orb. And in this case, I am Life Orb. Here I'm in a very good position, because no matter what Nidoking locks himself into, I have a Pokemon that can resist any one of his attacks. I haven't seen its full moveset, but I'm pretty sure that one of my Pokemon is going to be able to resist whatever it locks itself into. Well, that's pretty much the battle. That was a great battle. I'm sorry if it was kind of more of a one-sided, but I really had fun. And I'm hoping that we could do another collaboration pretty soon. Maybe, I don't know, maybe an NU, a PU, or I'll make sure to message you because that was really fun. Thanks again for the collaboration, and thanks for watching this battle.